Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be reacting to another Dalman video. So this is going to be an interesting one because the title of this video is Evil Nun. Now you may be like, hold on right there, what's a nun? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. A nun is a member of a religious community of women, especially a cloistered one living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And you may be like, what's a whatever that is? Well, I'll tell you what that means. What it means is having or enclosure by a cloister, as in a monastery. I mean, like, what's a cloister? A covered walk-in convent, monastery, college, or cathedral, typically with a wall on one side and a colonnade open to a quadrangle on the other. That was complicated. Now, maybe like, what's a monastery? A building or buildings occupied by a community of monks, well, typically monks living under religious vows. Well, that was a lot of meanings, so there you go. So in this video we're going to be seeing an evil nun who kicks out a bad teen. So this is going to be interesting. So let's begin.
I'm tired of what's expected of me, of my value being calculated based on what stereotypes I can be, how many gender roles I can fill, as if my only purpose were to serve a man's will. I dated a boy once who was offended when I trampled on his chauvinism. He said to me, "Isn't it cute the way you talk about feminism?"
Did you just say ain't?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Sister Janice.
The correct word is isn't. Ain't is improper.
But it's colloquial, it's how people talk, and I was describing what somebody was saying. It's sort of like that Olivia Gatwood poem where she talks about the women in Long Island and she really captures their voices. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with slam poetry.
Slam poetry. We're not here to write slam poetry.
But I want to be a spoken word poet.
That's not a real career. And besides, the creative writing assignment was to write a short story.
This is a short story, it's just in a different form.
And while we're on this topic, I don't understand why you'd use a word like feminism.
Because I'd like to express my opinions about how women are viewed and treated in this society.
Well, we don't talk about that in this school. You keep those personal views for outside time.
Seriously? This is ridiculous.
Watch your tone, young lady.
This is a creative writing class and you're telling me I can't write what I want? That is a load of crap.
Vivian, Justin, if you want to be a spectacle in my class, then get up here and put your hands out now. Now. Arms out. You will remain like this till the end of class. Now, who wants to go next? Anyone?
You may be seated.
What are you wearing?
What, you don't like it?
It's against our school dress code.
It'll be fine. We go to an all-girls school, and besides, I don't really understand the point of the rules anyway.
What's that?
Oh, these are flyers for a slam poetry open mic night.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, if Sister Janice finds out,
Come on, it'll be fine. What can she even do about it?
Come with me. Mass is not the place for idle chit-chat with you and your friends. Now, what was so important that you had to discuss? And what on earth are you wearing? This does not comply with the school dress code.
The uniform is bland and boring, and this felt more like me.
Well, you're not here to stand out, Vivian. This is school. And if you're going to be here, you need to play by the rules. And
The rules don't work for me. They don't let me express myself. And what's so wrong with how I look anyway? Why do you always have to be so uptight?
Don't you talk back to me, Vivian. Slam poetry night. No uniforms allowed. That's it. I am taking you to the General Superior's office.
Sister Janice here says that you're quite the little rebel and that it's been disruptive to your peers.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that
So, you didn't read an inappropriate poem to your fellow students? Or talk in mass? Or wear a clear violation of the dress code? Now, we would love for you to continue with the school, but at the rate you're going, it's looking like possible expulsion.
What? No.
The only way to avoid that is to fall in line and no more disruptive behavior. Do you understand?
I understand, Sister Prudence.
Good. Now, is there anything that you wish to say to Sister Janice here?
I'm sorry for my behavior, Sister Janice.
Thank you, Vivian. Good. Now, for your punishment, I want you to read and rewrite every single rule that you have broken and submit an essay as to why your behavior is unacceptable, not only in this school, but as a young woman in the society.
Wow, this place is strict. I mean, maybe in the school it's not allowed, but it's still strict. But if it's not following the school rules, okay, fine, that's your fault. You need to follow school rules. It's just necessary. Because if you break a school rule, it is incorrect to do that. You are not following school. If you're not following school rules, you could get suspended or you could get kicked out of the school. So do not disobey school rules. No matter how strict the school rule is, it's the school you went to and it's the school rule you have to follow. So let's continue.
Every single...
I think there are 50. I think there are probably like 50 school dress codes that she broke just then.
Yes, Sister Prudence.
Good. Now, if I am to allow you to remain in our school, you must promise me that this is an isolated incident and it will never happen again.
I promise.
Ooh, she actually did like a cross finger. That means whatever you say with a crossed finger is not true.
Wow, isn't this so awesome?
I still hope it is a good idea, especially what after Sister Prudence said to you. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, hand cramp. Have you ever noticed how long that rule book is?
This is such a cool event, and it's so nice to wear regular clothes instead of our uniforms.
Yeah, I'm glad we came. I mean, we almost went to the wrong location though, because you changed it the last second.
Oh, it's because the nuns saw the flyers. I just didn't want to have any sisters showing up.
Wait, I thought you said that the school didn't have a problem with us doing this.
Oh, no. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
You lied to them?
It's for the greater good. All right, everybody, let's get this party started. Welcome to our very first slam poetry open mic night. I'm just so excited for a really awesome night of saying how we really feel. Sometimes it feels like I'm drowning when I'm breathing. Probably because I feel like I'm constantly suffocating from what this school is feeding. Like, be proper. Be quiet. Don't slouch. Refrain from adding color to your blouse. As if I were meant to be silenced. As if I were only meant to be seen. A perfect soldier in your patriarchal dream. Sister, tell me my sins. Tell me about how my existence is offensive. Tell me how to fit into your perfect square, but I'm sorry, sister, I can't meet you there.
Okay, wait a minute. In the background, you can see the nun, and she's there. She somehow found the location. Well, that's not good.
Tell me how to fit into your perfect square, but I'm sorry, sister, I can't meet you there.
What on earth do you think you're doing? This event is over.
No.
All of you out.
No, it's
Not
not.
a peep out of you. Do you know how much trouble you're in, young lady? I knew I shouldn't have given you a second chance.
Chance at what? To express myself? I feel like you want me to be this different person, but I just can't do that. You can't make a square peg fit into a round hole no matter how hard you try to force it. And I'm not the only square peg in this school. I've talked to other girls.
Well, I'm not going to be speaking to anyone else. I will be disciplining them. Just wait till Sister Prudence finds out.
What's she gonna do? Expel me? No need. I'm leaving.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm dropping out.
Oh, and what? Live on the streets?
I'll make it work with my writing.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to come back here crying, telling us how much you've ruined your life and how sorry you are. That is what's going to happen.
Whatever you need to sleep at night, sister. Take care.
Vivian's had enough with being told to be someone she's not.
Seriously, Darman. That was the part where I was meant to talk. Well, whatever.
She decides to drop out and follow her own path in life. When she gets home, she hopes her parents will be understanding. But as expected, they're so disappointed in her. Even though she can't help but feel like she's let everyone down, instead of being sad about it, she pours her emotion into writing. She stays up late nights writing poem after poem, creating her best work yet. Vivian starts going to open mics to perform her poems, and the audience love how relatable she is. They encourage her to keep going. Some of them even film her, so inspired by what she has to say. Over time, some of Vivian's clips start to go viral. She can't believe it. She ends up growing a loyal following, and lots of fans reach out to her about how much they're inspired by her work. Eventually, Vivian publishes her own book, which ends up being a New York Times bestseller. Her career takes off more than she could have imagined, and she's inspiring other girls just like her. And then one day, Vivian decides to come back to her old school to pay someone a visit.
I don't call this creative writing. Next time you should know better than to submit a poem instead of writing an essay. Just go. Vivian? I didn't think I was ever going to see you again.
Is that so? Because I thought you said that I would be crawling back to you, telling you about how I messed up my life. Turns out I'm a New York Times best-selling author.
I heard.
Well, what do you have to say? Maybe that you were wrong? That you shouldn't have judged me, and that
I never judged you. In fact, I was always scared of you.
Scared of me? Why in the world?
Because you challenged everything that I knew. You see, I grew up in a really strict, straight-laced household in which I was expected to conform to the standard my parents set out for me. If I did one thing they disapproved of, I was disciplined for it. Even in school, I wanted to be myself so bad. I loved makeup and being fashionable and doing things that girls weren't allowed to do. And let's just say, the general superior wasn't too happy about it. I was constantly disciplined anytime I tried to do anything different. And as time went on, I decided if I was going to last, I better fall in line and do what everyone else expects of me. So you see, I used to be just like you, The only difference is I gave in. And that's why when you were my student, you scared me. But now, seeing you here today, you were right. You can't make a square peg fit into a round hole no matter how much you force it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you went through all that. I feel terrible. This whole time I thought you were like this evil nun who hated me.
I never hated you. I admired you. I even bought one of your books.
Oh my gosh, you did? Did you like it?
I did, although I didn't love some parts. Like, ain't, it's not a word.
It's
colloquial. I know. I'll get used to it. Oh.
Aww. Well, wow, that was a wonderful video. A evil nun just turned out to be another girl who wanted to show her emotions. Man, I really didn't think that was going to happen. But yeah, it was just an evil nun who wanted to be expressive, but then gave in. But this girl, she never gave up. So the moral of this story is, you can never make a square peg fit into a round hole, no matter how much you try, unless you somehow break or cut the edges. But don't include that. You can never make a square peg fit into a round hole, no matter how much you try. So yeah, that was a wonderful moral and really unique. Did she write that? Because that was creative. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching that video. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that bell, share the video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.